Hey there, and welcome to your stretching workout. Thank you so much for joining me. Very important to do this work, so I am so glad that you're here. I have some yoga blocks. You can use them if you have them. You don't have to. I just like to use them as an option sometimes. But right now I'm going to just move them off the mat. You're going to meet me at the end over here, and we're going to start with some walkout planks. So let's stand up really nice and tall, and let's really put some intention into this and some thought into this. So when you're standing up tall, really drive those heels into the ground, extend through those knees, pull that belly button in, stand up nice and tall, shoulders back. Let's inhale it up. And then as we exhale, let's fall forward into a nice forward bend. And then let's walk our hands out into plank. And then from here, let's go into a downward facing dog. And then again, bring that weight forward back into plank. And then walk those hands back to your feet. And then slowly roll it up. And then bring those hands all the way up. And then as you bring the hands back down, follow them all the way and fold. Walk out into your plank. And then come into your downward facing dog. And then back into plank. And then walk your hands back. And we're just being very intentional. Roll it on up, paying attention to every single move. Inhale, arms up, and then exhale, again, folding forward, walking the hands out. Downward facing dog. And then let's stay here and pedal the feet a little bit. And then let's shift back into our plank. Now this time we're going to drop our left knee. And then we're going to bring our weight to the side. So that right leg, that heel is going to drop. You're going to twist towards me. Those hips are going to open up. And we're going to raise that right hand up and over into a modified side plank. So if you want, extend that hand over as you're looking up. Reaching forward with that right arm, really reaching it overhead, getting a really good stretch down the right side of your body. That right heel is planted in towards the floor. Good, and then shift that weight, come back around, back to center, bring that right hand back to the floor, square those hips, adjust yourself as needed, and then let's bring that left knee back up. So we're into plank, and then downward facing dog. Nice work. So now we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So let's shift our weight forward into plank, drop that right knee, and then bring that left heel towards the floor. You can bring that right foot out a little bit as a kickstand. Open up those hips, reach towards the sky, and then bring that left arm over as you're looking up, twisting towards the sky, and that arm is reaching over you. Nice, good lengthening on the left side. Good, and then you can swoop that hand back down, both palms on the floor, shift those hips around, and then come into downward facing dog. Good, take a couple breaths here. And then we're going to go into a crescent lunge. So let's lift our right leg up. So we're in a three-legged dog split. And then we're going to swoop that leg underneath and bring it right in between both hands, as gracefully or as clumsily. It's all good. Nobody's judging. Drop those hips down, look up, get a really good stretch in those thighs. And then if you can, or if you want, drop that back knee, that left knee, untuck those toes, and then swing your arms up. So you're in a nice crescent lunge. Really, if you want, get a little bit of a mini back bend going here. You can look up. And then if you want, send those hips forward. So we're getting a little hip flexor action going on there as well. Always feels good. Good, let's bring those hands down. And then from here, we're gonna lengthen that front leg, lengthen that right knee. And we're gonna come into a hamstring stretch. So if you want, you can use blocks here. I tend to get a little wobbly when doing this. And it's just sending those hips back, pointing those toes up. Ooh, you're gonna feel that right in here, in the back of those legs. Well, the back of that one leg, the other leg is just holding you up, propping you. But yeah, you should feel pretty good. Good, then let's lay that foot back on the floor, shift that weight forward, move your blocks out of the way, hands come back to the floor, tuck those back toes, lift that knee. Again, let's get into that nice high lunge, looking up, extending that back leg nice and strong, dropping those hips, and then slowly lift those hips up, bring the right foot back to the left. We're in our plank, and then we're gonna go up to downward facing dog. Nice work, pedal the feet right here. Good, now send those hips up, heels down. Like I said, be intentional. Feel what's going on in your body. Good, and then let's lift up that left leg. Come into our three-legged downward dog split. And then swoop that leg underneath, bring it in between both hands. Again, nice high lunge right here on the opposite side. Drop those hips, look up, belly pulled in. That back leg is strong, long, and elongated. Energy is coming out through that back heel. Good, and then drop that right knee down, untug those toes. Take those arms and swoop them on up. You can come up nice and tall here, or you can also bring those hips down towards the floor a little bit. Feel that hip flexor right here. Get a nice good stretch. Counteract all that sitting that we do. Awesome job. Hold it right here. Look up, a little mini back bend if you want. Good, bring those hands down to the floor, and then we're gonna extend that front left leg. Shift our hips back. Straighten out that leg. Toes coming up. Woo. So think about sending those hips back over that back heel. Might not be there, which is totally fine. It's just, I want that thought process to be in your head. Like, okay, hips are going back, knee is nice and strong, toes are pointing up, I'm coming down nice and low. Whew, feeling that. Feeling the burn. All right, bring that left foot back down towards the floor. Crawl your hands forward, tuck those back toes again. Let's get into that nice high lunge. And again, be intentional, really feel it. Drop those hips down, extend that back leg. Looking up. Breathing all the while. So much going on. So much going on. And then let's lift those hips up a little bit. Bring that left foot back to the right. We are in a nice strong plank. And let's lower down nice and slow. All the way to the floor. Move those. Keep your hands pressing into the floor. Pelvis presses into the floor. Knees, toes, everything's pressing into the floor, and slowly press your upper body as high as you can up off the floor. Mini cobra, full cobra, whatever kind of cobra you want. Keep those shoulders back. Nice big inhale, and then exhale, lower down back to the floor. Tuck your toes if you want one swift motion, come right up into plank. If not, you can come to table pose and then into plank, and then into downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna do one more. One of my favorites is triangle. So lift that right foot up, three-legged dog split, and then bring it forward. And then swoop that left arm up and around and bring yourself up into warrior two. I'm not facing you, so I'm gonna quickly turn around so I'm facing you. So we're in warrior two. Lengthen that front leg, reach it forward, and bring that right arm, see, I had to think, right arm down to your right heel. Left arm comes up overhead. Twist and turn so you're looking up, opening up your heart. And if you want, take that right arm and lift it up. I'm not even in the frame. Ay, ay, ay. If you want, otherwise keep that arm right here and twist open. Feel that left side opening up really good. And then bring that hand back up around. Lift it back up. You can come back into reverse. Is this a reverse warrior? Peaceful warrior? One of those. And then come on down. Let's have our hips turn forward, and then we're just gonna step our feet together. Then we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. So take your right leg, step it back. I'm gonna go so I'm facing you. Step it back, drop that heel, turn the foot out 45 degrees. Come forward to a quick warrior two. And then extend, reach, and then drop that left hand down, right hand up. You can bring that arm up overhead. reaching forward, twisting as you open if you want. Let the left hand join in. Bring it down, and then let's swoop it back up. We can turn our feet forward. Let's take a nice big inhale. And then exhale it, nice forward bend. And just hang here for a few seconds. Nice big inhale and then let it all out. And then you can walk your feet together. And then slowly roll it up. All the way up, roll those shoulders back. Come into a nice big inhale. And exhale it down, hands to heart center. That was your 10 minutes of stretching. Not so bad, right? We got into those sides a little bit, into the hips, all good things. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow.